Hey, car enthusiasts, today we're diving into some of the most fascinating facts about cars that you probably didn't know. You know, I love cars, old, new, fast, slow, gas, electric, you name it. I've been around them my whole life and I'm still learning things. For instance, did you know that the average car has over 30,000 parts? That's more parts than a 747 airplane. And speaking of amazing feats, we'll also be talking about the fastest car in the world, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. That baby can go faster than the speed of sound, so buckle up and let's get started. You know, it's hard to imagine a world without cars, isn't it? But back in the late 1800s, that was the reality. It wasn't until 1886 that a German engineer named Carl Benz came along and changed everything. He patented the first automobile, the Benz Patent Motor Wagon. And let me tell you, this wasn't your grandpa's Oldsmobile. This thing was basically a motorized tricycle with 3 wheels and a whopping 1 horsepower engine. It could only go about 10 miles per hour, but hey, it was a start. Benz's invention sparked a revolution in transportation and paved the way for the modern cars we know and love today. Now, when you think of best-selling cars, you might think of Ford, Chevy, maybe even a Toyota Camry, but the real champion of the automotive world is the Toyota Corolla. This car has been a global phenomenon since its introduction in 1966. Over 50 million Corollas have been sold worldwide, making it one of the most successful car models of all time. And you know why? It's reliable, it's affordable, and it gets you from point A to point B without any fuss. Plus, they last forever. I bet you've seen a bunch of 20-year-old Corollas still on the road today. Ever wonder what's going on under the hood of your car? Well, let me tell you, it's a whole lot more complicated than you might think. The average car has over 30,000 parts, all working together in perfect harmony to get you moving. You've got your engine, your transmission, your suspension, your electrical system, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's really quite remarkable when you think about it. All those parts designed and engineered to work together flawlessly. It's a testament to human ingenuity, that's for sure. Now let's talk about speed. For all you adrenaline junkies out there, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus is the stuff of dreams. This car is an absolute beast with a top speed of over 300 miles per hour. It's powered by a massive 8-litre quad-turbocharged W16 engine that produces an astounding 1,600 horsepower. That's more horsepower than some small airplanes. The Chiron is a masterpiece of engineering with a sleek aerodynamic design and a price tag that's just as breathtaking as its performance. You know, electric cars are all the rage these days, but they're not exactly a new idea. In fact, electric cars were actually quite popular in the early 1900s. Back then, gasoline cars were noisy, smelly, and difficult to start. Electric cars, on the other hand, were quiet, clean, and easy to operate. But as gasoline car technology improved and gasoline became more widely available, electric cars fell out of favor. But now, with concerns about climate change and the rising cost of gasoline, electric cars are making a big comeback. Now, you've seen long cars before, but have you ever seen a car that's 100 feet long? Well, believe it or not, it exists. This behemoth of a limousine was custom built in California and is officially recognized as the longest car in the world. It's got 26 wheels, a swimming pool, a jacuzzi, a putting green, and even a helipad. You could throw a heck of a party in this thing. It's not exactly practical for everyday driving. But hey, who needs practicality when you can have a 100-foot limousine, right? If you thought the Bugatti Chiron was expensive, wait till you hear about this. The most expensive car ever sold at auction was a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, which fetched a staggering $48.4 million. This classic Ferrari is considered by many to be the holy grail of automobiles. Only 36 were ever made, and it's got a racing pedigree that's second to none. It's a beautiful car with those classic Ferrari lines and a throaty V12 engine. It's a true collector's item, and it's no wonder it sold for such an astronomical price. Can you imagine driving without a radio? Well, back in the early days of automobiles, that's just what people did. It wasn't until 1929 that the first commercially available car radio was introduced. It was called the Motorola 5T71, and it was a far cry from the sophisticated entertainment systems we have in cars today. It was big, bulky, and expensive, but it allowed drivers to listen to music and news while on the road for the first time. And you know what? It was a game changer. You know, we spend a lot of time in our cars, or at least it feels that way sometimes. But did you know that the average car actually spends 95% of its life parked? That's right, parked. Think about it. Your car sits in your garage or driveway most of the day while you're at work or at home. It's only on the move for a small fraction of the time. It makes you wonder if we should be putting so much emphasis on personal car ownership. Maybe we should be carpooling more, or taking public transportation, or even riding bikes. We've all been there, right? You're driving down the road, you get a little lead foot, and the next thing you know, you see those flashing lights in your rearview mirror. But I bet you've never gotten a speeding ticket like this. The largest speeding fine ever given was a whopping $1 million. It was given to a Swedish man who was caught driving his Koenigsegg CCXR sports car at a ridiculous 249 miles per hour in a 75 mile per hour zone. Can you imagine trying to explain that one to your insurance company? I don't think they'd believe you if you said you were just trying to see what this baby can do. Thanks for joining us on this journey through automotive history and trivia. We had a blast taking a look at some of the most fascinating facts about cars, from the first automobile to the $1 million speeding ticket. If you enjoyed these facts, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. And remember, whether you're driving a classic car or a brand new electric vehicle, always drive safe, and see you next time.